smoking on some OG. Well, I'm homegrown and I'm leaning on to my love. My love.
All right, folks, another day. It is 3:45 p.m. We've been working all day and busy, but about to get started on the living room. We talked a little bit about this last time, but this is just the beginning of the rearranging of the living room, was the additions of the new couches. Everything else in here will be rearranged and moved out or replaced. We're redoing everything. The rugs, this table isn't gonna stay there. All this stuff, like some of y'all said, it's starting to get cluttery. Just picture only the couches and the coffee table there right now. That's where we're starting from and going from there. That's like our base. But when we got the new couches in, we didn't have time to like pull the rugs out and take all the shelf decor off. And I think it was confusing to a lot of you guys for some reason. So just to make it clear, we're starting from ground zero and building off the couch and the coffee table and going from there. So clear all that, all of this out of your mind, and we're gonna go from there. But I'm gonna get started on actually pulling the rugs out, starting to take the shelf decor off. We have like a vision in mind and just need to make it happen. And it doesn't just take 1 hour or one video or one day. It takes quite a while. So let's get started.
That it changed you so. I couldn't stop smiling like the whole way home.
So nice to see you flowers too. Good job, baby. Thanks. Move it underneath.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like, I want to get our books like all in one section.
It looks. Yeah.
I want more stuff like just a simple shelf like that.
Yeah, but I like what you did with that.
You know what I mean? But like this
So
style is like what
Let's see if we can do the other side because.
I was going to put all of our big coffee table books.
Yeah, up on the
Up
top.
on top.
See, I love just books.
I know. Well,
It
I love
looks so
you too.
good.
But we don't have enough books like
It'd
that.
be nice to like balance that by like having one other shelf down here.
Yeah.
We don't have enough. I know. It's annoying. Okay, I don't want to interfere. 'Cause
We've
I'll
had our
mess it
shelves
up.
as like a catch-all spot for like a long time. Like any products from Home Goods, like Home Goods can also like it's great, but it can also like ruin things
Mess
because
it
you can
up.
buy so much like
Stuff.
clutter. Let's do this other side real quick. All right,
Okay, but I feel like I mess it up.
No, you
so.
don't at all. I actually appreciate your help. One thing I do want to figure out is if we want to keep the record player in here.
I don't know.
It's kind of an eyesore for how dark it is and how
Kind of.
square.
Kind of.
Actually,
Unless it has to be like literally by itself, but this, like these colors, like are messing
you
it
have to be
up.
badass.
What?
Is if we put this somewhere in the corner where you sit on the porch, like covered. And like, this is
Yeah,
like,
that's what you play out
you
there.
play out there, you play the record player outside.
Totally. That'd be cool. Crazy? What are you doing, Crazy? You're so funny. I don't really like stuff up here.
Well, I'm moving it there just for now.
Yeah.
As I was taking stuff down, I was just putting stuff right there. That feels pretty good.
Feels really good.
It's almost better when you don't do it, like, because you can kind of be like, oh, it's fresh.
I know. I tried to do this. You tried all the good stuff.
No, I didn't. I was bringing stuff back here too.
I'm intimidated.
You're intimidated?
Can't do it.
Yeah, you can. You're way better than I am.
It'll suck.
Shut up. So I do think we should get another rug in here, but keep it white or bright.
Yeah, like neutral. Okay. Should I give it a go?
I didn't use my suitcase. You want my suitcase on your side?
No, thank you. Okay. gracias.
I feel like my suitcase has to just go underneath the coffee table. I've been enjoying getting books at estate sales and like vintage shops, because you can find books like Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. I found this book called The Last Time I Saw Paris. I got a couple other books when we were in Monterey at a vintage shop. I got a Hemingway book, and then one about Italy and Greece, and then one about the frontier. And I feel like these are just like, they're a good color. They're a good color palette. Since you're doing one marble up there, like stone, you should do a wood.
I need.
Oh, you're gonna
Let
do it?
me. It's my creative vision.
Sorry. You want one of these?
Sure.
Which one?
The black one. That one. The black one.
It's a nice shape.
It is a nice. I can't see what it looks like. Does it look cute like a little vase shelf?
Move the.
Hold on, let me look. See, this is what I want. I want to just
No,
have freedom.
it's cool. I love it. You do have freedom.
I liked it kind of without the. Well, it's not bad.
You like that?
Yeah, I liked it just the four.
Because you can use this somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
Love it. Look at Jude go.
Okay, about that.
You need more books?
Yeah, I need. Well. Is they neutral?
I don't know. Just put them up for a second. I need to put some out. All the reds and the oranges are killing the vibe.
Against that. These on the whiteboard.
Well, these are going to go on top.
And then, okay, I don't like these books. Gotta get rid of those. I feel like it's too. I mean, that's fine. Just okay, that's fine. Okay, but can I?
For every little kiss, there's a little teardrop. For every single thrill, there's another heartache.
Alrighty, people. We are off to see
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
I want popcorn and a Diet Coke, so we should go.
It's coming together, folks.
Coming together.
Coming together.
It really is.
I'm still not 100% satisfied with the shelves, but they're definitely at a better spot
They're
than
better.
they were before.
Oh, it's tough. I have a love-hate relationship with bookshelves. So
Well, these
they're
are
so hot.
these are so big, and there's
They're
so many of
so
them
big.
that it's you either just do like all books, but then you have to have like 3,000 books, which I do
Yeah.
have a lot of books, but
not that many. I mean, those are like jumbo size.
I know.
I just feel like things are so much easier if you have like a more like
if your living room is like more quaint.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a quaint house is
Like a
so
smaller living
easy.
room.
Just like easy little nooks and things to decorate. And
I want to get like a plant up there that like hangs down like a droopy, like a vine.
okay, cool.
But you really have to take care of them, and we are not
The
good at
best
that. Yeah.
Okay, we need to go. Excited. Look at us going on a little movie date.
I
Okay,
just
I want
realized
popcorn.
I got this hat the other day at an estate sale,
Oh yeah.
but I've been wearing it yesterday and today, and now I realize we're going to see Top Gun, and this is very much like a
like
Air
a
Force
Air Force hat. I'm wearing sweats and my slides because I was like, I basically just want to be in pajamas for this situation. You guys, there's only front row seats.
I'm sure they're fine,
Okay,
right?
what about No, you don't want to see it looking up like that. I mean, you're doing this the whole time.
They're right there.
Oh, there's them right there?
Yeah, like they're.
Okay.
If there's like only handicap left, there's like 7 of them.
That means that there's not handicapped people, right?
This one's not a handicap.
Okay, yeah, better. Okay, you keep as is.
So super fun.
So fun.
Popcorn and what?
Popcorn and
I
their
don't wanna
Pepsi
smooth.
place.
Well, Pepsi's good.
It's not the same.
Diet Pepsi.
Okay, fine.
Can we get some like candy? Ooh.
Guys, candy.
What y'all's go to? Do y'all go candy, popcorn, chocolate? If you go candy, do you go chocolate or like fruits?
I always go Milk Duds. That's what I would get.
You know what I get? Only because my mom used to get this. She would get peanut M&Ms.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
And they look a little slim. Like
I know.
candy.
All right, we're gonna get our stuff. What are Starburst ice cream? What is that? Never heard of those before. Nice.
Bring your minis. These look like 90s.
Look, the movie theaters is like, it's like a lost art.
It is a lost art. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Top Gun. Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you looking for a fun, fast-paced team and to get your start in the movie business?
Thoughts?
Oh, so good. Oh, it was really good. I think, I really like playing movies, I realized.
Plane?
Yeah, like flying
flights.
movies.
Like Midway.
Midway is incredible. I love that movie. But that was so good.
It was really good. We'd highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Go TT, buddy. Good boy. How big our lavender's gotten?
Oh, our lavender is tall.
We want it kind of like wild.
I like it. A fun date night, we were saying.
That's
Like, we
fun.
don't really get out of, I don't know, you just kind of got out of the rhythm of leaving the house for a while because, like, you just realize these days everything, you can just get everything delivered.
I know.
Everything's automatic. You don't have to, like, go anywhere, but it felt like such a real experience.
Here we are, we've been on travels and stuff, and we're like, we just want to be home, and then we get home, and we're like, we go to the movies, and we're like, you don't really get out of the house.
You know what I mean?
know,
I
I
mean,
know.
like, at home. Like, we go to travel, and then we come home, and we just, like, stay at home. Did he just run off? Booker Havens.
Come here, buddy.
My favorite things about Tennessee is the fireflies. They're so cool. I've like, it's so like, you hear about it in like country songs, and then you live here and you actually see
You
fireflies.
the fireflies. There's a lot of them too.
It's really cool.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where my allergies were got again today. It's that damn cat rug. Just walking by it to get the mail. Come here.
Look, you're walking around with fireflies flying around you. It's pretty cute, huh?
Are you ready for bed? I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay.
Come on, Bookie.
Talk well.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.
So obedient.
You are absolutely gorgeous and talented and special. We love you. You are safe here.
You smell the popcorn? Let's go.
Come on, baby. Let's go. You are so super excited for your dinner. You can't even hardly stand it.
Come on, Buck. It's almost ready.
Can't even hardly stand it.
Come through. Come through. You sit. Sit. Stay. 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 Stay right there. I'll be back in a second. Stay. 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 That's a good stay. That's a good boy. Okay. Good job, buddy.
Your focus is stunning. Okay. Good morning. I'm just sitting outside every morning, usually when I bring Booker out to go to the bathroom. I'll end up sitting on the stairs for 10-15 minutes, just assessing what's happening, what the day is gonna bring, what's going on in here, and just having a little moment of peace. And it's just lovely to like be outside, look at the trees, hear the birds, see the sunshine through the trees. It's really, really nice. So I love doing this every morning. I'm having a little espresso, and we're about to go to F45. I probably need to get up in like 10 minutes to get dressed, like get up and walk out, but I actually just love being here doing this. It's so nice. I'm trying to think what's on the agenda for today. I just am about to put up my girl talk video, and I'm just thinking about that. If I'm honest, I'm a little nervous about it just because I was very vulnerable in that video and like opened up a lot, and I just want to make sure that people don't, the thing that's hard on the internet is people like don't always like respect your openness. Like they just shit on it sometimes, and it's like not meant for those people. It's like meant to help people, and hopefully somebody feels like a little less alone by me opening up and sharing what I'm going through. But nonetheless, it is scary because some people will just be like, oh my god, hey, you look cute. Got what your sneakers on? His favorite thing to do is get up on the table. You're already ready for the gym. I better get to it.
You said squeeze a lemon?
Yeah, add some lemon. Hunter's gonna try athletic greens for the first time. I do the full lemon half. I'm gonna get dressed really quick.
I'm surprised that it tastes so good. Well, that's that. I have my energy now for the gym. I'm trying not to rely on coffee in the mornings. It actually tastes pretty good.
I know.
I'm surprised.
I know. You are so super incredibly beautiful. I don't think you'll ever even know to the extent of your beauty. Good morning. Applying a little lip oil right now, so I look a little more alive. Okay, so we wanted to show you guys, we restyled the bookshelves as you saw, and we kind of wanted to walk through them and give you some ideas on how you can style shelves, because styling built-ins or shelves is literally one of the hardest things ever to do. I feel like they're, especially like if they vary in size, it could just be really hard to come up with ideas on how to fill them, what would look good. So we thought we would show you guys some of the techniques that we used, just to give you some ideas if you are stumped on what to put on your shelves. Because I know a lot of people, like even the girl that does my hair, she was like, I have these shelves and I don't know what to do with the shelves. So we're just gonna give some ideas, and thought that maybe it will. Oh, do you like the lip gloss? Does it smell good?
We felt bad because we did all the shelves and then we were like, we need to show them.
Well, we were kind of like in the zone. We did them, so it's kind of hard to like explain as you're going because you like need the ideas to come to you, and then now.
And you're trying a bunch of different things.
Yeah, exactly.
So
let's do it.
We're getting ready to leave for Texas here in a second. We're going for 3 days to visit my family, to see my sister and her newborn. She just had a baby about a week ago. So we're doing a quick 3-day weekend trip, and gonna hang out, and Booker's trainer's about to pick him up here in a little bit. So
look, we're gonna miss you so super much.
So, yeah.
Well, okay, so what happened actually was Hunter, I was like working, and Hunter was like, I'm just getting started on the shelves. He did the left side, and then I came and did the right side, but then you kind of like took over. Pretty much. But I have, some of those are mine, so. All
right, I think we might have told y'all this before, but the shelves were somewhat of a catch-all for quite a while. For a long time, really.
Yeah.
Where we styled them one day and just like threw all the books that we had up, thinking that we had enough books to fill the shelves, but it only filled like 2 shelves. And then after
we get frustrated. We style the shelves, and then we're like, we hate those shelves. We hate them.
Yeah.
And then we redo it, and then we hate it again.
And then it became like a tech shelf. We put a bunch of our like junk, and it just became really cluttered. And when we got the new couches, we're like, it's time to, one, remove the rug from in here, which we did. We just have the jute rug right now. And then we also wanted to clean up the room by redoing the shelves. And so it's still not perfect, but it's closer to what we desire for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of always changing, I feel like. It's always going to change a little bit. But I did the left side, or I started doing the left side. Just kind of, I started pulling all the stuff off the shelves and then putting some things back. And then Julie did most of the right side, and I did a couple of those shelves over there. One thing to point out actually is that when you start doing all yours, I had left a lot of the darker colors off the shelves, and so a lot of the stuff on the right side is a little bit more bolder and dark. Mine's a little bit like lighter and airy. So we probably need to like create like a balance by putting some of those over here and putting some of those over here, or just like playing around with it more.
But use your eye, you know, just to do whatever. But if you're focusing just on one shelf, these are the tips that we have. So I think in general, what I tried to do was keep everything pretty neutral. And I feel like when you have a lot of like bold colors, it becomes more challenging to balance everything. So I think if you can stick to neutrals, that's probably your best bet. We like really earthy colors, things like a lot of different textures of like wood and clay and pottery and you know, stuff like that. So my first tip, and this just kind of came out of the fact that we had a ton of vases, but I feel like using any sort of object that you have a sort of collection of, so that could really be anything. I feel like the vases is just what we have because I'm a crazy person and like just keep buying vases all the time. Just make a little display of all the vases that we have.
That top shelf is 4 of our 200 pots.
Exactly. So just kind of mixed a bunch of them, but let's say you have a bunch of, I don't know, like you collect boxes or you collect
bowls, or
baskets,
it could be
or
candlesticks, it could be anything.
Candlesticks, yeah, totally. Like just grouping them all together with all the variety. It looks like uniform, but it looks like if you have the different colors and materials, it looks nice, and it kind of looks like a little museum display or something.
Yeah.
Nice way to display your collection.
So I said they're all different sizes and colors too.
Yeah, but again, that could be anything. So just use that concept and run with it. The second is the most obvious, which is books, right? We all know that books are used for styling on shelves, and they're pretty much everywhere. Now, these shelves are actually pretty big. Like, look at my arm. This is how big they are, probably almost 1.5 feet. So these shelves are bigger than the average, but if you have smaller shelves, I think just all books looks really, really pretty and like classic and timeless. But these shelves, we would need literally thousands of books to do that concept, so that's why we had to kind of switch it up.
If we could, all of these shelves would just be straight books.
Yeah, like kind of like
library
vibes.
style, yeah.
So if you have a ton of books, I would just go with that, but we didn't. So what you can do is create stacks of books to create like different levels and kind of add some interest, you know, to the eye. So I kind of color coordinated them, darks to lights, and you can do them in different styles. So horizontally, vertically, you could just do, you know, one stack if you want, kind of like over here, but I just kind of created a little level situation going on, and then you can stack objects on top of them, like candles, bowls, vases, any sort of thing that you have. So that's kind of what we did there. And then my last thing before I'll let Hunter go into his is I really like the use of artwork on shelves. Like this little guy here, you can get little pedestals where you can get miniature artwork and kind of display it just as variety, because sometimes you can get so many candles and vases and then it just ends up being kind of like redundant. So I think art is a really, really cute way to add some visual interest. And you'll see on the other side, you can also use bigger pieces, you know, to lay in the back.
Like this tray.
It's just a good way, exactly. Which Hunter hated on my tray, but I love this tray.
But I put it over there. It looks good over there. Huh?
Yeah, I thought it looked good where it was.
I put it there with books I've picked up like estate sales and like thrift shops.
We'll see, and you kind of balance the colors
right.
with the green, so it kind of goes.
Right.
But yeah, so
that one,
that's
and then
what I have to say.
Julie had the idea of throwing some texture down here.
Yeah.
And then I added some like hardier elements, like the old brush sticks.
Yeah.
And the
an old spice carrier.
Oh, spice carrier.
Yeah.
But you could. I think it was used to weigh things, right? Like you'd weigh your spices, maybe.
Probably. Yeah, because it has like a little thing on it, so probably hooks and then put the spices in there.
And then this is an old bag we got from a Savant in Nashville. Savant Vintage.
And you kind of used it as just like artwork, like lay it
propped
up. Yeah, exactly.
It's like an old suitcase bag or something like that. But anyway.
Okay, and then lastly, one other tip that I have is that if you want to just like, if you don't have enough objects yet to fill up like you know, tons of stuff in different shelves. You can just kind of get like a statement item, like one bigger piece, like this wooden chest that we have, and just throw it on there, call it a day, just let it be its own moment. And I think that sometimes looks good near the top or at the bottom, but you could balance out like a busy shelf with a not so busy, you know.
Yeah, or like darker versus lighter.
Exactly.
I also don't drink a ton of scotch, but I had a couple scotch bottles. Instead of putting bourbon up here or something like that, I figured that the scotch bottles would add some nice color.
I think sometimes alcohol bottles can look a little like
college-y or like dorm room.
but it works in
Yeah, and those are like subtle. We're not like,
careful
we're not
with
throwing like Tito's up there or anything like that.
I know.
That's the right side.
Alrighty, let's see what you got over here, brother.
Yeah, so this is a lot of this is more like junk that we had. I don't want to call it junk. But
Yeah.
Could like get rid of or donate or whatever, but wanted to like make use of it.
It's
So-
not all of our favorite items,
No,
but you know,
no.
we're building our collection.
But Julia has like a lot of different like, crystals and stuff like that, so made this like bowl of crystals and kept this like the crystal shelf. So we
Yeah.
have a crystal here, and this is from Home Goods,
Yes.
and
Fine.
this big pot of crystals.
Again, you can kind of go with like themes, you know, like just collect all your stuff
And
if
this
you
was
have a lot of
actually on the
things.
way, so I threw this up here just to get out of the way, but
Yeah.
it kind of fits in there. On all of mine, really, there's like almost a backdrop. So this one here, you have the backdrop of photos. It's a picture of us moving, picture of our in-laws, or Julia's sister and their baby. Just as like a backdrop, like we were talking about earlier, like artwork on the back. Same on the shelf above, we have this big round plate. Where did we get? Oh, we got that at the vintage store in Belmead.
Yes.
And just use that as a backdrop with some books.
Pottery.
Horizontally as well as vertically, some pottery. The top shelf is all of our coffee table books, so like a lot of our thicker books. So hopefully in the near term we can get a few more to finish off that stack.
So I feel like what you did there was like, instead of mixing the book sizes, which you could also do, Hunter just took all of the bigger, chunkier ones and went all the way across, which for these shelves, that's probably the accurate size. Like obviously to scale, it really works, but we still need to get a few more to fill in.
Actually, this is one of my favorite shelves in terms of like just being simple. I would prefer every shelf to look more like this. This is kind of the same as the ones on that side.
Yeah.
Where it's just like some kind of darker element, like simple, some texture, like different material, a backdrop, and a piece of art, and like call it good.
Yeah.
Just 4 items. Like really, if you're doing items, I feel like 4 to 5 is a good number. Like your pots are 4 pots.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
Just like simple. I actually kind of somewhat color coded, so if I was gonna use like blue, I kind of created like a blue shelf. So I have like another book here that's slightly blue. Once again, different elements like wood, pottery, books, 4 to 5 items, call it good. This one, same thing, last one I'll show you is backdrop, a little mirror that I got from our house. This is a pot. I didn't have the magazines in here, they were on the table.
They actually look kind of good.
But I thought they looked decent.
Yeah.
So, they're okay. This will probably end up being a catch-all bowl. And then a couple green books. So
Cute.
and that's really it. Nothing like to rave home about, but I would say looks much cleaner than it did before.
Yeah.
So really just like not overdoing the shelf. You can quickly and easily have too much going on a shelf, and so it's almost like less is more in my opinion when it comes to shelves. I would say keep it in like groups of 4 to 5, so like you have 4 objects here. I would even consider this like grouping of 4 objects, so you have the
Yeah.
backdrop, the pot, and then like 2 sets of books, so that would be like 4 different pieces in a way. And then really important with books not to mix the colors too much, so having like some kind of base color that's gonna like match and go together.
Yeah, or like I feel like even kind of taking, if there's a bind that is a certain color of another object that you have on the shelf,
Yeah.
that will kind of tie it together. Or even if they're like diagonal or something, that kind of helps create cohesion. But we have had like really bright books mixed in at times, and it just looks like chaos. Unless you are pulling in colors through other objects, it can get a little sketchy. So
There was a couple books on the top shelf actually. We had it almost full, but they were just too much color that they had to come down.
Yeah.
There's a couple things up there that still catch my eye that I would like to bring down, but
it's
works.
not bad.
It's
Yeah,
not bad.
I agree. Well, overall, I think it looks so much better, and we'll probably restyle these shelves like 50,000 more times, but we just wanted to give you guys some decorating ideas. Everyone has a different take, so
I like
it's just fun.
I like your balance and then some of the ones I did over here. of the colors. Like having some light with just like a touch of dark. I feel like the boldness over here, like it's almost like more masculine.
Yeah.
And I started out with a lot of like the feminine,
Lighter, like colored objects. Yeah.
And so really kind of combining the two and like switching the shelves up just a tad
Would probably be the
better
best.
balance in our living room.
I agree.
So.
We just are too lazy right now to do that and haven't had time. But
And also we have
the
stuff
next
like
iteration.
This, like the cigar box. Like something like this could easily go on a bookshelf.
Totally. Yeah, cigar boxes are really cool.
Yeah,
Like,
and if you have-
ooh, I should make a shelf of all my cigar
We have all those ones
boxes.
down in the basement.
Hell yeah.
Really good.
That's another collection.
Yeah.
You should get those cigar jars from that guy. I love cigar jars. They're so cool.
They were like Cuban or Caribbean.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Hunter and I always noticed we're really drawn to Caribbean things, and
Caribbean themed shirts
and cigars are
designs,
made
wallpaper.
They came from Cuba and like
Yeah.
the Caribbean. So the jars are really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get on eBay and look up some.
We should go get that jar from the guy.
I know.
He probably saved it for us.
I know. He said he would call me.
He said he'd call when the cigars are gone. And
Right.
he
Maybe he
said it'd
hasn't
be a
sold
while.
them all.
So we can go check that out, get that jar, use all the cigar boxes we have in the basement. We have a lot of things we can be using. We had
You can use anything, and honestly, what I wish we had more of if we weren't going out of town. Ideally, I would have more florals and greenery up there, but they die quickly.
Definitely
so.
need some greenery. We had this up there. This was the thing my dad got me. Some whiskey glasses came in it.
Yeah.
But the color just did not.
Yeah, the tone of the wood, it threw
too
us
mellow.
off. But save boxes,
Yeah.
anything, just, I don't know. Just play around with it and have fun. It's
We
supposed to
got
be
Goose, but he's a little too orange too.
fun. Goose, oh.
Goose's ashes. We could put these up here.
Yeah, we could.
Maybe put them on the mantle.
Yeah, that seems like an appropriate place. Hello. Perfect.
Last thing I'll say about our shelves, really on both sides, is that these are tips and tricks that we kind of follow, but they're tips and tricks that we've found by just doing things that we think look good. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Do whatever you like. Do whatever you feel looks good, whatever style you like, whatever colors you want, however many books you want, whatever items you want, whatever you like. That's what makes your shelf decor homey to you, is having it done with your style. And that's the biggest thing that we want to get across in anything we do furniture wise, is making sure you're decorating the way you like it. There's no rules for anything, whether that's like the layout of a living room, anything like that. Like, it's totally up to you, and as long as you're doing what you like, your home will feel like home. So create your own style. All right, we're gonna go finish packing our bags for Texas. We're leaving in about 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we gotta get the show on the road,
We're
but
gonna get to it. But Cardi, say goodbye to everybody.
hope you enjoyed the vlog.
We'll see you
and
guys soon.
see you in the next video.
Bye.
Hey, you wanna say bye to everybody? You wanna give everyone a kiss? Good boy.
It feels so good.